think or not? We're just gonna wait till everybody comes in from the bathroom. I don't know. So, do you want to get this set for the camera? Take a picture. So sorry, we're live videoing because our team's all over the place and they just love to see how wrap parties go. But you're gonna be totally a guinea pig for me. Hope you don't mind. Right up here, camera. Yep. All right.
This is, you know, you gotta make, yeah.
Okay, make sure it's inside. Do you mind holding this for me? Just for you to take pictures. So I have a picture here, John. Pictures.
I will.
Okay, ladies, if you guys don't mind, thank you all for coming. Before we actually start, I'm going to put a facial on my guest here, and she totally does not mind, she said, being a guinea pig and being videoed. We're live streaming this whole event because we have a team that's all over the country, so it's being recorded as well, I hope. Right? Recorded?
Check, check, and check.
Yeah. I forget your name. Uni? Uni is being such an awesome sport to like totally let me put this on here in front of all of you guys. But maybe some of you want to know more about what the facial is, what a skincare line is, and how you put a facial on. So I thought, how awesome. So here we go. We're going to do a before picture. Would you mind taking off your glasses? All right, so here we go. We like to go up nice and close and don't even smile, if you can try. Okay, so just serious face.
Don't laugh, no.
Just, okay, perfect. Awesome, got it. All right, so the facial is not like the wrap, okay? So you can use a facial every day, just so you know. And I always tell people, you know, you're going to look gorgeous, but while you have it on, you're going to look like Fright Night or whatever. So just be, yeah, definitely let the family know you scare the kids and the husband, so for sure. And there's an awesome cream base already on there, so like our body wrap, you just open it up, and I just like to spread the cream around. This does tighten, tone, and firm the skin and hydrate it, and you can use these every single day. These are awesome for like just a total spa experience. So we're going to put it on. So you ready? All right. I like to set the eyes first, just underneath there, just because that's a great place underneath the bag, you know, the bags that we get and the wrinkles. So it's nice to set the eyes first, and then just kind of smooth it around. They're all the same size, so you're going to notice that, you know, some are going to be big on your face if you have a smaller face, and if you have a larger face, it's going to fit you maybe a little bit better. But I set it around the top of the lip and underneath the lip and then underneath the chin. And then the thing for Uni is she's not going to be able to talk the rest of the evening too. So this is really awesome if you know. Yes. And if you want to drink some water, get a straw. That's the only way to drink too. Or if you want to drink some wine and chill out. And then I have these awesome, you don't have to get these, but these for the distributors. Etsy.com sells these awesome chin and head straps. Otherwise, just a big headband is great to just help keep it in place. So I just pop it over there and just put it on the top of the head. You've got such a small little face, so there's plenty of space there. So you're all set. So you keep it on for 45 minutes. And like I said, drink a glass of wine or water. It doesn't matter either way with the facial. So thank you so much for being awesome. Round of applause for Uni. She's awesome. So you can go sit back down. Thank you so much for being a sport. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Awesome. So I'm going to introduce just really quickly here. This is my upline, Kim Haber. She's been with It Works for 2 years now. For some of you that are guests, you're probably like, well, what does that all mean? You know, she's a presidential diamond, which is in 1 year she went presidential, and she's only been with the company for 2 years. And that's like the second leadership level from the very top, which is pretty awesome. And really neat that she did it so quickly. And our team is slow. I mean, I shouldn't say slowly. We're right on her tail behind her. We're tripled and almost going presidential, which is really exciting to see that anybody can come in and do that. And it's really an awesome, amazing opportunity for people too. So, but she came all the way from New Jersey. And she came last year and she came now this year. So we're really, really, really blessed and super, super excited and thankful that she hopped on a plane and came our way to give us her expertise on the product knowledge and on the business opportunity as well. So if you guys don't mind giving a warm hand for a round of applause. Thank you, Kim.
Okay, so I usually go through the party pads. So for anybody who has the party pad, take it out. If you have some guests in the room and you have yours, share yours with them. For the distributors in the room, I absolutely love this tool because it just helps me stay on point and talk about everything that's really important to touch on during the 45 minutes that people are wearing their wraps. So again, thank you so much for having me. And I love doing these wrap parties because it gives me the opportunity to have a sampling of some of our products be passed around to some people, and also gives me the opportunity to share a little bit of some other products that we have that are awesome. So, quick, raise your hand if you have a facial on or a body wrap. You know, who's got one of our wraps on, so I can see who our guests in the room are. Awesome. Well, I absolutely got started with it just because of this crazy wrap thing. For those of you that have the wraps on, or those of you that just have a facial and want to know more about the wrap, the best part about this wrap is that it is very easy to do. As you saw when it came out of the packaging, all the cream is already infused in the wrap, so you can't make a mistake. You literally unfold it, you know, open it up, unfold it, and you know, like Liz said, sometimes in shipping, the lotion kind of clumps together. So, you know, what I usually do is I just kind of rub it along to try and spread out the lotion, and then, you know, you place it where you want to put it. So we're going to get started with the crazy wrap thing side of the book, and we're going to open it up real quickly. Like I said, it's easy, it's affordable, and it's fun. You take it out, you place it where your problem area is, and you start to see results starting in 45 minutes that progress over 72 hours. So who here has more than one problem area? Raise your hand. Okay, well that's how I was when I got started. My story is very simple. I started going through a lovely time in my life called menopause, and I was starting to just put on some middle belly fat that I never had before. I've been one who's always been interested in working out, always did very much with vitamin supplements, eating well, and all those good healthy practices, lifestyle, you know, decisions were not working for this particular time in my life. I was waking up every day and just getting a little heavier, feeling a little bit more tired. I started to see some cellulite come. So I decided to go and really pump it up at the gym. I was working out for, like, I take 2 classes instead of 1. I was working out 4 days a week in a row, really watching what I was eating. And after 4 months, I did not see anything. So I kept seeing this wrap on Facebook, and I really kind of thought it was a little bit of, you know, baloney at first. But after 4 months of killing myself at the gym and starving myself and not losing any of that belly fat, I figured, what did I have to lose? So I tried that crazy wrap thing. So I put it on my stomach, and I saw results, a little bit of results when I first took it off, but the very next morning when I really started to see some results that progressed over that 72 hours. So as you can see on the picture, if you have your party pad, it can go anywhere you have a problem area. I'm going to do a little quick demo since we have a good group in the room. So come on out here, my dear. I'm going to give you my model. For those of you that your problem areas might be your tummy, obviously you just place it, open it up, place it on your tummy. Put a little bit of saran wrap, or we have some great fab wrap here, and you leave it on for 45 minutes while drinking some water. But if your problem area, say it's your arms, you can also cut the wrap this way. So you have 2. Get your arm out. My hands are cold, so I'm going to hold it right now. And then you can wrap it around this way, or you can cut it in half this way and come up. Most people, we have problems under our arms, so we'll come up this way and bring it here. You can put 2 wraps on. I'm going to have you just turn around. You can put 2 wraps on your body at one time, but only one body part. So if you wanted to do like this top part of your back, you can wrap your back here. You can wrap your back here. You can go sit down. I'll show them my camera. Thank you. If you want to wrap legs, like for me, I'm tall. I like to wrap the very back of my legs and my bottom. So I will start with the wrap this way, coming down the back of my leg. Some people like to just do it in half and just put it this way. It will lift your tushy. You know, it tight tones and firms, and it will lift everything up and take care of some cellulite. So the best part about this is that you just put it on for 45 minutes. Once you take it off, there'll be a lot of lotion left. You usually rub that all in, and then it continues to work for the next 72 hours. Now, the best practice is to just drink a lot of water over the next 72 hours. He's smiling at me.
I like when you talk about water.
He likes when I say water. We drink a lot of water. It's still there. It's still there. I know. So you drink a lot of water. Usually it's half your body weight in ounces of water a day for maximum results. What I like to tell people is just to keep drinking till you shrink. The more you drink, the more you shrink. And that's really a much better way than having to kill yourself in the gym and starve yourself, if you ask me. So we're going to flip to the next page. This is what it does. You know, when you put the wrap on, you're going to see right away some visible results on the skin. And that's because the plant extracts are nourishing to the skin. They're going to improve the elasticity to the skin. They're going to tighten and firm it. As you can see on this model's picture, you know, it was very dimply, and you can see smoothness. And this is what happens for her in 45 minutes. But I love to tell people, this isn't like very normal that everybody has this crazy good result in 45 minutes. Mine were very, very small in that first 45 minutes. But over the course of my 72 hours, I had great results like this. So if you're wrapping for the first time, when you take your wrap off, you do take pictures so you can see before and after how your first 45 minutes were. But it's going to be something that's going to continue to work over 72 hours. Also, a full treatment comes in a box of 4. So I tell people, 1 wrap is a treat, and a full experience is a box of 4. And this is something that you can do either every 72 hours, if you want to get there quicker, or minimally once a week. So for me, I was wrapping once a week, and it works again for 72 hours. So every 3 days would be the results of 1 wrap, and then I would take a 4-day break and then start again. But there are some people, especially this time of year, that like it to go quicker. So you can do it every 72 hours. It tightens, tones, and firms in 45 minutes. It reduces the appearance of cellulite. That's the best part, because some people can be really in great shape and work out really well and still have cellulite. I mean, sometimes it's just genetics. Sometimes it's just something your body might be storing in an odd way. So the best part about the wrap is that it's site-specific to just put it there. You know, I see people that they might have a problem area and they work out, and they lose weight everywhere but where they want it. So this is going to be something that you can just put where you are having a problem area and not have to worry about losing weight where you don't want to. It gives you fast and lasting results. It's exciting to see over the course of that 72 hours how your body transforms with this wrap if you're being a good girl or boy and drinking your water. This formula is also something that's going to give you lasting results. I've been a hairdresser, it's been 30 years, and I've always been in salons where they do those seaweed body wraps, which are really water loss wraps. You can lose up to 5-10 pounds depending on how stringent they are. And then as soon as you go back into the world and start drinking water or anything else, it is going to put that weight right back on. So those types of wraps are great for like the day before a big event. You want to get into a dress and look really good, but you know by the end of that event it's back. And they're very expensive, they're costly. Our wraps are very different. They work as if you dieted or exercised them off. So whatever you lose from your wrap, generally 2 to 6 months is what it takes for it to come back. And I'll tell people that, it's if you went to the gym, you worked out, you lost some weight, and then you stopped working out. However long it's going to take for that weight to come back, if you don't change a thing about your lifestyle once you put the wrap on. Now, most people get really protective of the wrap results, and they want to keep it off. So I find it's a nice springboard to wellness. It makes people maybe really watch what they're eating, maybe choose a salad as opposed to a burger, or maybe walk a little bit after dinner or at lunchtime, something just to move a little bit because they want to keep it off. When they, so I always tell people whatever your pleasure is, but the neat part is it's not something that's going to be back in 24 hours. And the absolute best part of all that is that it is a first-to-market product. So there's no other wrap out there that can do this, and that's why we call it the crazy wrap thing, because it's crazy. When you see things like this and you look at some before and after pictures and you think, how's that possible? It's because we've never seen anything like that. And Pam Souter likes to say there's no brain cell for it. And I'm sure people probably thought having a cell phone with no wire walking around in your pocket and everybody would have it was crazy back in the day. And now look at us. So the first-to-market product is awesome, and it's only available through Itworks distributors. So it's not something you're going to see on QVC or on shelves of Walmart or any of those types of stores. It's going to be only sold through independent distributors. So the next page is going to be something that I find equally as exciting as our wrap. I was in a direct sales company actually with Liz for years, and I always loved when there was a sale. We always had them in January for our customers. I loved having sale parties and emailing out my links because I just love value and I love sharing value with my friends and family. And when I was researching the company, because I had such great wrap results. I knew I wanted to be a distributor. I was very excited when I saw this loyal customer program and started really looking at all of the products that were sidelined to our wrap. So we're going to talk about a few of my favorites and kind of do a little sampling if you guys want to try some. And then I'll move through what the loyal customer program is. So again, the first thing, our wrap pack is in our first pack. And we do sell our products individually, but we also have packs that give you a little bit more of a savings. So as I mentioned, a full treatment is 4 wraps. So you're going to want to get a full experience by doing these at least once a week. So today, people mostly come to a wrap party just to sample it. You know, they're not going to want to buy a whole box if they don't know that one works. You know, so that's why we do these wrap parties or one-on-one appointments, so people can sample them, see how they like it, see how it feels, see how their body reacts to it, and then continue through their treatment. The box of 4 wraps is really good to do on one body part. You know, I always say to people, if I have a couple body parts that I want to do, I just do my 4 on my one body part to get it to where I want it. Now, if you're tiny and you just want to tone a little bit, you just need a little bit to lose, then you're not going to want a whole box there because you could disappear. So I tell people, you know, you watch your body. A full treatment really is 4. If you happen to get your desired results exactly where you want to go before that, good for you. You can move over to another body part. So any questions about that? Okay. Now, I absolutely love this product. This was one of our second products that were formulated after the wrap came into our company, and it's called Defining Gel. Who here uses Defining Gel? Yeah, pretty much almost all the room. Defining Gel, we call it liquid gold because it has an amber color. It's formulated very similar to the wrap as far as ingredient list. It's just a little bit milder, something you can use every day, and it works much like a slow cooker would, where the wrap is a microwave. So I say to people, you know, the wrap will get you exactly where you want to go fast. And if you want to go a little slower on a different body part, you can just rub the Defining Gel in wherever those problem areas are. But it also is really good to work along with the wrap to just maintain those wrap results. So, you know, that 2 to 6 months that I said the wrap lasts for, you will get a little bit, you know, longer result with the firming of your skin, that youthfulness, that puckeriness that, you know, we get, especially after having kids. And keeping the cellulite away will help with the Defining Gel. It's great for stretch marks. It's great for scarring. It's great for spider veins, varicose veins. And you can use it from your chin to your toe. Now, I'm going to pass this around for anyone who hasn't used it before. I just ask for you to just put a dollop, and I mean like the size of a pea. That's how concentrated this is. Just on the back of one hand. And then I want you to rub it in, and then I want you to look at the 2 hands and see the difference immediately of the nourishment of your skin. Because the nicest part about this is that it's good, healthy food for the skin. When we talk about some of our products that we'll go through with some of our supplementation, how they're really good for the inside, but our skin is our largest organ, and our Defining Gel feeds the skin with all those plants. And you just will feel and see the difference right away. So that's our peanut butter and jelly, you know, sister product to our wrap is our Defining Gel. And on our wrap pack, we give you a little sample for you to see it, and it is a very little sample. I actually tell people, if you're really thinking of trying a Defining Gel, don't even bother with that little thing because it's so small, to go right over to the big bottle. Now, the big bottle lasts about 4 to 6 weeks if you use it every day. Some people like to do it twice a day, and it'll just go a little faster. And if you do it after a shower, it just spreads a little bit longer. As you guys can see, just that little bit as you're rubbing it, like you could go right up your arm. A little bit goes a long way. And it just smells so nice with all the different plant extracts. The next one that I'm going to talk to you about is our fun fat fighters. Who here likes fat fighters? I swear I ate so much better prior to it works because now I have my fat fighters. Fat fighters are a plant-based product. It is a blocker of carbs, up to 70 to 80% of your carbs, and also up to 30% or a third of your fats. So if you go out and you have a pizza, let's say, within an hour of that meal, you can take 2 fat fighters, and you know that you're going to bind and block some of the fat absorption to your body, and you're also going to block some of that carb absorption. Now, for me, I don't really eat really bad, but one of the ways if I want to lose weight, I have to drop my carbs because of just whatever reason my body doesn't break down the carbs, converts to sugar, stores as fat, and that's where I gain weight. So I have been able to eat bread and things like that I never used to before because of the fat fighters. Now, the great part about the fat fighters is it happens in your stomach. So this way you're not going to have any discomfort. I know there's some products out there that work in your colon and could be trouble if you sneeze, I understand. This is nothing at all like that. It's very gentle. It's a prickly pear cactus fiber that binds it. And then also it has white kidney bean, which is what blocks the carbs. The number one ingredient is our Garcinia cambogia plant extract. Who here knows that has heard about that with Dr. Oz? It's been getting a lot of buzz, and that ingredient is the number one ingredient in our fat fighter. So it also burns fat that's on you, not just what you ate. The cool thing about it is that this is one of our very first supplements, and it's been in the company for 8-9 years, and they just started talking about this other ingredient how long ago? Like a year ago? So just to give you an idea of how cutting edge our development is, our formulators, that they knew that those are the ingredients, that was a good one, that's what it's going to do, and we had it in our line way before it became popular. So I'm going to kind of show you, we do some great experiment, it's kind of like science. This is just a glass of water, and this is going to kind of, copy or mimic what your stomach is, just having some water in it. And I'm going to drop a little bit of oil in it, and it's going to be kind of an example of what your pizza was. Now here we have one fat fighter, you would want 2, is what you take after a meal. We just crushed it so you can see how it works. And I'm just going to sprinkle this in here. Whoa, wait till you see this. And then, within, again, 15 minutes to an hour of taking in those types of foods, it'll start to bind it together, and then it drops it down to your lower intestine to be removed the next day with your normal bowel movement. And this is kind of like a lava lamp is when it comes down, it looks like. And it always kind of binds together, and you get one good one that comes down.
It really is exciting, we know.
It is, I know. All right, it's starting to get heavy. Don't miss it. Look at that. Very attractive, isn't it? But that just gives you an idea of how that it works. The neat thing is you just keep it in your purse or your car, because you never know when you're going to have something. Even if you go past and it's a hot day and you're thinking, I might want to stop and get an ice cream. You can have it, and then take your 2 fat fighters with a little bit of water. All of our supplements, you can take as much as you want till you get the desired effect, except for our fat fighters. You can only take 2 pills twice a day, and that's our recommended dosage maximum. And the only reason for that is because there's a lot of fiber in it with that prickly pear cactus fiber. And if you take too much fiber, it will bind you. We don't want that either. So I always say to people, drink a lot of water too. Every one of our supplements we encourage a lot of water drinking because it's just healthy to do that. When you take your fat fighters, drink some water with it because it will also flush it through, help break it down, and it will just keep you from getting any of the binding issues in your bowel movements. Any questions about the fat fighter? Who here loves the fat fighter? Yeah, that's a great one. The best part is our low customer pricing is $23. I just think that's so valuable. Less than $1 a day to have some fun. So I know some people that take that with just their 2 largest meals and they lose weight if they do nothing else.
I have a question.
Yes.
What can that do for a diabetic?
That's where I was going next.
Great.
There's no side effects other than wellness and weight loss in our products. However, when they started with this, because of the white kidney bean, it's really good food for the pancreas. The fact that it blocks those carbs, we are noticing one of the side effects are that people that are diabetic, their numbers go down just by adding this to their day after their 2 largest meals. And immediately, if somebody's insulin diabetic and they're taking their insulin, their tests, their numbers, they will see it right away when they take it. It's not something that has to build up over time because that meal they just consumed was blocked. A lot of those carbs, and that's where the problems are for them. So it's kind of neat for somebody that is a diabetic because it's something they can do naturally that will not only help them lose a little bit of weight, but it will also help them with their sugar numbers. Now, my mother was very borderline diabetic when I started with this 2 years ago, and she started on our greens and on our fat fighters after her biggest meal, and she is no longer borderline diabetic. They said her numbers have never looked so good. So she kind of likes it because when she has her biggest meal, usually her dinner, and if she has dessert, she'll take her fat fighters, and that's all she's done, and her numbers went right down. So Love our fat fighters. So the next one I'm going to talk about is our greens. This is probably my favorite product outside of the wrap. Who here would agree that they love the greens? You know, this is one of those little golden nuggets you didn't really expect. You know, everybody comes here because of this wrap and they just love the idea of something that's going to tighten, tone, and firm, make them look better, and help them in their problem areas. But the greens are just revolutionary. They're much like juicing. So for anybody that's familiar with juicing, it's very much like that. It has 8 or 9 servings of organic fruits and vegetables and 38 phytonutrients, which are good natural foods for your body. Now, it's got things like kale and spinach and broccoli, those really green leafy vegetables that you would never normally eat all day, even if you like them, which I love them, but I know I wasn't getting all my servings. And it will just help balance your immune system. It's also a detox. So a lot of times, a lot of preservatives and chemicals and antibiotics and things like that that are in our food source store in our body and can make you feel sick. They also raise the pH balance of your body and make you acidic. The greens help to alkalize your acidity and making you pH balanced, and it also helps to give you energy, fight your immune system, and it also has a probiotic in it. Now, the probiotic is what's really, really important for your body's ability to absorb nutrients from your food. Now, for me, when I started with the greens, I started looking into them. I heard some testimonies that some people that had acid reflux were finding relief from the greens. My oldest daughter, Katie, had acid reflux. She had had kidney stones. She had had an ulcer. She was a colicky kid. She's always had digestive problems. And as soon as she started on the greens, it just evened out her pH, and she was no longer acidic. My brother-in-law had a lot of IBS problems, and he started with the greens and the fat fighters, actually, and his stomach issues are much, much better. And my little one had allergies and asthma, and she was on medication, Singulair and Zyrtex, and she's 2. And as soon as we got on the greens, I started doubling up for her during her allergy season. She has not been on any medication. She has not needed her inhaler, and she doesn't get sick. All she does is she takes her greens, and when she's starting to fight a cold, I double them up. And this past year, she had a perfect attendance at school, all because of those greens. So each one of us in my family take our greens. It's 2 little scoops. I know there's some samples going around for you to sample them if you haven't. But they taste good, right? I mean, have anybody here had greens before of any other company? How do they taste? Oh, had these. Has anybody ever had greens that they taste very grainy? I say people have told me they taste like grass, very unpalatable. So our greens are awesome because they taste good. They do come in 2 flavors. We have green and we have orange and berry. The one I think put around was berry. They come in a jar, which you can just put 2 little scoops into water or juice, and that's your daily allowance. There we are, is a jar. They also come in these to-go packs, which are great for busy people because sometimes you don't have time to get anything done in the morning. So if you just keep them in your purse, you can just add them to the water and juice throughout the day. I love these in the afternoon when you have that 2 to 3 o'clock lull where you just feel tired. Instead of going for that coffee, which will give you that up and then that quick crash, this is just all natural energy that you just put into your water and you just take that in the afternoon. Who here has any stories to tell about how greens have helped them, their health, given them more energy? Go ahead.
I was a huge Diet Mountain Dew drinker, 5 or 6 cans a day. And I haven't touched one in over a year and a half. So
Mountain Dew?
Diet Mountain Dew. Any pop, I don't.
That's awesome.
I used to have to have coffee once, twice a day, and I've been taking the greens every single day for about 2 months. I don't touch coffee at all anymore. And I don't actually even need as many sweets. Like, I don't crave the chocolate cake or anything.
That's an interesting side effect of our greens. It cuts back on sugar and carb cravings. And a lot of that is because you're detox, so you're getting rid of those addictions, so many of those things you were storing. But also, you're nourished. And when your body's nourished, it doesn't crave things, food, junk food, all those types of things. Because I noticed that right away. Going through menopause, that's one of the biggest things. You have that insatiable sweet tooth. And the greens took care of most of it.
One of the things that did change for me, besides the fact that I could function much better, but it changed my cravings.
and I don't crave like, you know, your sweets and things like that. I actually crave more vegetable.
Isn't that interesting?
Which is also fabulous, but I woke up one day and I went, I want green beans. And my husband pretty much just about signed me in and let me know. Nobody says that.
Yeah. I've heard of people that have had migraines and that their migraines went away because of the ingredients in there. I've heard of people that have had skin allergies and things. And a lot of times whatever's happening on the outside of your skin is because something's wrong inside and it's just happening, it's just manifesting outside. So once you clean the inside up, nourish it, it begins to heal and you do not see that byproduct of what's going on outside. One of the interesting facts that I found out about the greens is that if you are acidic, your body stores belly fat and you can't get rid of it. Very hard to get rid of it. So the very first thing you'll do when you start taking greens, if that happens to be an issue for you, is your body will just release some belly fat. You will start to lose some weight just by taking the greens and just taking them once a day. And it's just all about pH balancing. You know, it's something I was never really taught about. And you're going to start to see more and more. I know one of the girls in one of my last parties had a magazine that was talking about how if your pH balance is off and you're too acidic, it can lead to depression, obviously weight gain. And I think there was one other, you know, side effect that women, and it was a women's magazine that women suffer from most. And how crazy is it if it's just about being pH balanced? You know, it's even in our water, like the Dasani water. I think Coke puts it out. Is the bad pH? It's actually too high. You know, I think Nestle Pure Life is like perfect. It's the perfect one to get. So like all waters aren't created equal. And if you don't know what the pH of things are that you're eating, just take the greens, and you'll know that you'll be working on it. Now, if the greens weren't as awesome as they are, and I swear they're like the big fat Greek wedding, that guy who's always with the Windex. He thought everything was like fixed with the Windex. That's how I feel my greens are. Like if something's wrong, I'm like, try the greens. You know, gotta try my greens. I think it's just the cure-all. But they came out with something even better called the Greens Chew. Who here has the Greens Chew or has tried them? These are the craziest little things. They taste like candy. You know, you have to keep them from the kids. You know, I have a friend who has 4 kids, and she's like, it's so true that this is just like candy because she's finding little wrappers all around her house. Like you have kids hide the wrappers of candy. They hide the wrappers of their chews. The chews were formulated not to replace the greens, but to be an accompaniment to the greens. Because what they do is they give your body the antioxidant benefits of 20 cartons of blueberries. That's a lot of blueberries. Who here knows the great benefits of blueberries for your body? You know, free radical fighting damage. There's also a ton of fruits in there that help for all that free radical fighting. It's great for cholesterol. It's great for heart health. And it tastes like candy. The next neat thing about it is it's got something in there called a prebiotic. Now I mentioned the probiotics being in our greens, and it's very good for your digestive system to keep your flora right internally. Well, we have a probiotic in there that's one of the best ones that could stay active in your body for you know, as long as it possibly can. And then we have food for it with our prebiotic, and that's really all that a prebiotic is. It's the food for the probiotic. So we have the best known probiotic in our greens, and then we have food to make the best known probiotic in our greens better. So it is very revolutionary. And again, did I mention it tastes like candy? So who are our guests in the room? Raise your hands. Okay, I'm going to throw one. Whoever can get it. One of you guys can try it. Okay.
Tell us how it tastes.
Yeah.
I put ours up on the fridge to keep them away from our daughter, and she took a chair from the table and got to one.
Yeah, you gotta hide them. And you know what? 2 of them is what the recommended dosage is, and it's very hard to just get 2. Like if I have a little sweet tooth after a meal, you know, sometimes you need something a little sweet, I'll pop my 2. And you know, because it's just, it's good, I'll pop my 2. So what do you think? It's very chewy.
It tastes like a now and later.
Tastes like a now and later. What do you think? You know what it reminds me of? You know, the Willy Wonka when they had that thing that was like the meals? They're like, oh, first, here's my steak. Here's my apple pie. But the chews are awesome. They're great for kids. You know, I put one in my daughter's lunchbox. to have during her snack time, just to, you know, help boost her immune system, because they say that the road to good health is paved with good intestines. So, you know, the greens are something that I truly, truly am passionate about, thinking everybody should have it. If you truly care about your health, if you truly care about your kids getting all their fruits and vegetables, if you truly care about keeping their immune system functioning and that pH balancing, you know, one of the things that I found out is that an acidic environment is host to all kinds of cancers. So if I know that, and I know I have something that I can make myself less acidic, I'm going to do that. And it's, again, it's easy, it's affordable, and it tastes good. So that's our greens. I could talk about them all day long. Does anybody have anything else? Yes.
For those of you that give them to your kids, the greens, what kind of serving size do you give them?
Well, it really depends on 2 scoops of greens is for a 150-pound person. So if your child is 75 pounds, then 1 scoop. If your child is smaller than 75 pounds, then adjust accordingly. That's your minimum dosage. But my daughter, when we started, I started with 2 scoops with her, and she was probably, she was 8 then, 8 or 9. I think I started with maybe 1 scoop. And then I started giving her 2 scoops. When she goes now through her allergy season, I give her 4 scoops or 5 scoops a day. Because during the springtime is when she would have terrible allergies. You know, she'd be on the inhaler all the time, and she would be on her Zyrtec and her inhaler once in a while, just for rescue. So when I know that's her time, I'll give her 2 heaping scoops in the morning, maybe 3. When she comes home from school, I'll give her another 2 heaping scoops, maybe 3, depending on how she's feeling. And she has needed it, you know, for 2 years. And again, she's been on since she's 2. So she has some serious allergy issues. And it's just some of the ingredients that are in there that just help with, you know, some allergy issues. I used to have allergies. They used to come once in a while, and I take my greens and it helps with it. So the greens are just, it's just an easy, affordable delivery of such goodness.
And our kids like to take it dry.
I know, I saw that.
So our daughter
like
tears this off and just takes it dry.
Isn't that crazy?
So they like it that way
and
better.
It's sweet, the raspberry one. Yeah, I was looking at it this morning, like, you're eating that like a pixie stick. And she was like, yeah. So our HVAC adds our greens. We have a full box of wraps. Then we have our facials, which we have our lovely models. I love when we have facial models. You know, our skincare line is something that I think is our unsung hero, because we're so excited about our wraps. We're so excited about the defining gel. Our greens are awesome. Who doesn't love the fat fighters? That we kind of forget we have this awesome skincare line over here. That's all plant-based, natural, good food, again, for your skin. Now, the facials come with 4 in a box, just like our wraps. We can wrap our face every day if we really want to. But one of the owners of the company said she did that. She put 4 a day, and then her eyebrows were like up here. Because it does firm the skin. I love to do these at night generally. I like to cleanse my face at night, spray my face with toner, put my facial on, leave it on for 45 minutes to an hour before I go to bed. Take the wrap off, rub the lotion in, and I go to sleep. And so I just let my skin soak that goodness in all night long.
So you do the toner before you put the
Yep, I do cleanser, toner, facial. Then I take it off, rub all the lotion in, you know, spread it way down my chin to work on that area. And then I go to bed and I sleep all night long with this on. And then in the morning when I get up and shower, I just rinse my face. I don't even wash it. I just rinse it. And I tell you, you guys who have facials, your skin's gonna glow. You know, I think the first thing you notice when somebody has done a facial is the brightness. You know, you get that pregnancy glow without the belly. You will see fine lines diminish. You will see puffiness around the eyes and the bags around the eyes diminish. You will see fine lines around your face. You know, you will see lifting, hydrating, smoothing. You will see if you have any type of scarring on your face. You know, over time, you will see healing of that, because you are nourishing the skin, and you're also helping to heal the skin, because you're giving it, again, the good food for it. So our impact starts to just incorporate stuff that's going to be good for inside your body, as well as making you look good on the outside. And it will give you your box of wraps. And then it also introduces one of my favorite skincare items. It's actually the first one that I purchased, which is our lip and eye. This is just, it's awesome for those real delicate areas that tend to get, you know, wrinkles faster. For me, I don't have very much of an upper lip. So I use it all across the very top of my lip to plump my lip. You will feel that tingling right away. It plumps it. You will also see it helps with the lines around your mouth, your eyes. You know, I've seen people immediately that had a puffy eye put it on, and it just is gone. It's like a cucumber, you know, if you put that on. So I'm going to pass this around for you guys to try. I highly recommend just doing one eye. Just put it around one eye. That's not our facial people, obviously. But to kind of feel how it works, if you want to put it around your lips, you can. But it's a very nice, thin type of product. And all of our skincare is not thick and gloppy and oily. It's very light delivery. It absorbs nicely into the skin. It spreads really nicely. But the Lip and Eye is also has just been named number 4 in a research magazine of different products in its category. That our Lip and Eye was number 4 worldwide in this survey that they did. And it has to do with price point. It has to do with ingredient list, and has to do with how it works. So who here uses Lip and Eye? You love it? Have you seen differences in your skin? It's amazing. And I love that you can see it right away. I mean, we are a microwave society. We do like immediate gratification, so you do see that right away with our skincare. So that is the bunch of products that are, to me, my most popular. However, we have some other ones here that we can talk about if you guys want to later. So I'm going to talk to you now about the Loyal Customer Program. When I got started and I saw all these products and I really wanted to share with my friends and family, I was really excited about the fact that I could give them wholesale pricing. You know, who wants to pay retail? You know, a box of wraps retail are $99. A box of wraps, our Loyal Customer Program is $59. Now that's a nice savings, 40% off. And how it works is you can purchase our products as a loyal customer by a membership, like $50 membership fee. It's similar to Sam's or Costco or what else is out there? BJ's, I don't know if you guys have those kinds of things, but who here knows about like Sam's Club, those pricing clubs? You know, you buy a membership, it's usually annual, you have to renew. It gives you the opportunity to go into that store and purchase things at a cheaper price, wholesale usually is what it is. So our loyal customer program is just like that. You can pay $50 and you can become a loyal customer, and you can shop for life at the loyal customer pricing. And there's no annual fee. However, to make things even nicer, the company created a home delivery program called an auto shipment program, where you can pick one item a month for a series of 3 months, and you will be able to get the loyal customer pricing and waive that $50 fee. And you get the pricing on your first enrollment order. So for those that said they had more than one body part that they wanted to say was a trouble area, you know, that's where you can start. You can start with your box of wraps, get that, first treatment finished where you started wrapping today, and then if you have a second body part you want to work on, next month you can get wraps, and then the third month you can get your defining gel and just kind of keep it all in place where it is and work on other areas. Or perhaps you want to just do, a pack. You want to get a little bit more aggressive with what you're doing. And then the second month, you might just want to get fat fighters. You might want to move into the skincare line and try it. So it gives you the opportunity to go in and customize your order based on your pocketbook and also what your needs are. Now, some of the perks of being a loyal customer, besides the 40% off, are that after 3 months of an auto ship, if you decide that you want to stay on auto ship, you will receive free shipping. We also have a perks points program, which with each order, from the very first order, you're going to get 10% back of everything you purchase. So for that $59 box of wraps, you're going to get some perks points right away banked to try some other things. So by the end of your 3 months, you'll have accumulated some perks points that you can use to try something that you didn't have, or continue with something you're using. I always tell people, if you stay on and you just order, something a month, regardless of what that might be. I mean, the greens, if somebody gets hooked on greens, I know they're going to want them every month. So by the end of the month, when your order is empty and you use them every day, the new one will be coming up on your door, and after month 3, it will be free shipping. It'll just show up there. You will also make some free products on it. So who here has takes vitamins, something, or uses some type of skincare? Awesome. What I like to tell people is, if you're using vitamins and you use our vitamins, or something that you're already purchasing, at the end of the year, as a loyal customer, you'll have 10% back of whatever you purchase. You'll have free shipping after month 3. At 6 months, the company gives you a $50 shopping spree, and at a year, the company gives you a $150 shopping spree. So just think about that. Say you purchase your vitamins with It Works instead of wherever you purchase them. At the end of the year, you're going to have $200 shopping spree, 10% back on all your vitamin purchases, and free shipping. Who does that? You know, that'll give you the opportunity to have some more luxury items that maybe you wouldn't be able to afford on the company. So I love that the loyal customer program is so rich for my customer because it's valuable, and it gives you the opportunity to invest in things that you might also already be purchasing, things that are all natural, things that are made of whole food, plant-based nutrition, that your body is going to be healthier for, it's going to look better, feel better, and you get all these perks back. Now, as if that wasn't enough, the company created something called the Loyal Customer Referral Program in January, and it's been so exciting to our new loyal customers, because for the first 30 days that you become a loyal customer with us, and you refer friends to become a loyal customer, you will earn a box of free wraps, or $35 to shop in one of our other items if you don't want all those wraps. So I've had people that will come to one of these weekly parties and bring a couple friends after they were a loyal customer. I'll wrap them. They'll get to see, you know, the results. They decide they want to be a loyal customer. And then we'll sign them up under my friend who signed up as a loyal, and she'll get all those perks. You know, I've had people get up to 8 boxes of wraps. I don't know what she's possibly wrapping for 8 boxes of wraps. But the Loyal Customer Referral Program just helps you share the products with your friends, tell them about it, and then you can get some things that maybe you wouldn't be able to afford. So, and that can only happen in that first 30 days. So the loyal customers get wholesale pricing, free products, and free shipping. And it gives you the opportunity to really sample some of our products. So does anybody have any questions about the Loyal Customer Program? Okay. We're going to flip our book to the join the party side. So for me, when I got started and I had that great wrap result in those first 72 hours, I knew right away I wanted to be a distributor. So I called up my sponsor and I asked her, what do I need to do to become a distributor? And it was very simple. We have a 3-step process, and it was just $99 to become a distributor and join the party. Now, as you can see, this is the day of work. It's a party. That's why we call it that. We do one-on-one with people. We don't just do them in these settings. But it's $99 for you to have the opportunity to share these products with your friends and family. And the company gives you a box of wraps when you sign up as a distributor. So it really is a risk-free investment because you get 4 wraps in that $99 kit. We sell them for $25 at wrap parties or one-on-ones, and you make your $100 back. So I love that because it's somebody's coming to me that really needs to make some money, doesn't have a lot of money. They know that right away, as soon as they get those wraps on people, they're going to make their money back. And it's also good for people that maybe don't have the $100. They can go pre-sell those wraps for $25 with their family and friends that know them, and then they can take that money and go purchase their $99 business building kit. So the first step is to join the party. There is an 80 BV auto shipment, which is an obligation for a distributor to become commission qualified. And what we put on them are wraps. Because if you put wraps on your auto ship every month, that helps you get paid. You're going to sell those wraps, double your profit. So it pays for itself, and then it gives you money for next month's auto ship. And I'm a really firm believer, as the company is a debt-free company, that if you take that wrap cash and just put it in your drawer and save it for next month's auto ship, and sell your wraps and put that cash back in your drawer, you are going to, until you start making some residual income with your orders, you will always be able to run debt-free. You are always going to sell your wraps and make money, cover your costs, and make a profit right away. And it will help you for your next order. So for people that get nervous about that auto ship, I always say to them, just put wraps on it because that's going to make you money. And as long as you're sharing the products and telling people about it, you're going to be selling them because they're going to want to try it. And the other thing, too, that auto ship can be turned off if for some reason the business doesn't work for you. So it's not like you're going to be sucked into it for a year, how people get nervous about that it's such a big decision. It's really not that big of a deal. It's $99. You sell your wraps, and and this team works with you to help you succeed. And if for some reason it doesn't work for you, then you can just shut off your auto ship, and it's no big deal. There are some party booster packs that are really important for people that want to get some business moving quicker. When I got started, I made a list of who I knew that would want to try wrap because all my friends were going through menopause with me. I knew a lot of people that were going to be excited to try that wrap. So I ordered the larger booster because I wanted to get a lot of product on my hands so that I could, sell my wraps to people and start growing my business. We have those 2 packs available, and the mini booster is just available at sign up. So the first step is we're going to go to the next page. The first step is to sign up, pick your pack, and do an 80 BB auto ship, get it set up for the next month. And then you get together with your sponsor, and we do a party. Usually not this big. It's usually smaller, but it can be. And we're going to work as your sponsor to try and help you get your first loyal customers. We often do the presentations for new distributors because they don't know like what they're saying, and we don't want to give it to them right away and say, here, you go out there and figure it out. Come hang out with us and just listen to the verbiage and watch what we do. And we will help you get your first 4 loyal customers in that first month. And the neat part is when we do that, you get $120 in free product. And you see 2 boxes of wraps on there because that's what we always encourage our new distributor to get wraps with them because that's going to make you money. So this $120 in free product equates to $200 in wrap cash in your pocket. So that's step 2. And then step 3 is if you have 3 friends that might want to do this with you. When I got started, I was very excited to share the business opportunity because I saw that it was a first-to-market product with something nobody had heard of that everybody would probably want. And I wanted to be able to bring my friends and family in. So I signed on my sister and my brother-in-law, my daughter, my best friends. They all started, and I got to pick who I want to be in business with. And if you do that and you get those 3 distributors as well as 4 loyal customers in your first 2 months, the company will guarantee you a $500 payout. Now, that's your commission. That's not your wrap cash. So you can make however much wrap cash as you want. This is just your commissions from your orders that you get from your loyal customers. And I always tell people, if you are wrapping, quite a bit of people, that $500 is going to be very small potatoes next to what you can get. So for somebody who comes to this business, if I were to tell you you can make $500 in your first couple months, that's a nice, sizable amount of money. We're going to go to the very next page, which is our average income chart by month. Some of you might have the annual ones. I'm not sure which party page you have. But I'm just going to quickly go through. This is the income potential. And when I first came to the company, I looked at it and I thought, I love that they give you an idea of what each rank is so that I will know how much money I needed and what it took for me to get there. So a distributor is somebody who just comes to the business, and their first monthly check on average is $71, and that again is not their wrap cash. So if you're a distributor in the room, stand up. Awesome. So a distributor is the first step into the business. They're doing their wraps, they're learning how to grow their business, and that's the $71. Now, for somebody that's been here longer than just getting started, how would you say that number is as far as the average of what you've gotten on your check? It's low. Yeah, that's what we find. I mean, these are average, but most people find that the average numbers are higher. The next one is executive. So the executive is if you bring 2 people into the business with you and you help them to grow their business, you are what we call an executive in the business. And that's the first leadership level. If you're an executive in the room, please stand up. Now that average check is $309, and again, that's not with your wrap cash. So it could be anything depending on how many people you're wrapping. This is just what you're getting from a check from the company. Most people, when I ask them, when I sit down with a potential distributor, how much money are they looking to get? They usually fall anywhere between the $300 and $500 a month category. It's really what they're thinking they want to get started with this business, make a little bit extra money. So that falls between this executive position and the next one, which is Ruby. Now, who here is a Ruby? Stand up. Now, Ruby is a great position because that is the position that you need to go all the way to the top of the food chain to get those big numbers all the way to the right. Once you become a Ruby, then what your job is to try and find people that are in your organization and teach them how to go Ruby, how to do what you just did. And all the way up to the top of the chain, it's nothing more than groups of Rubies. So Ruby goes from $300, goes to $599 from executive to Ruby. But then the very next one is Emerald, and you can see that jump goes much higher, from $599 to a little over $1,000. That's what we say you get a comma when you're an Emerald. So are you anybody who's an Emerald in here? Just stand right up. Do we have any Emeralds? No, because they all jumped. A lot of people on this team jumped from like Ruby to the very next one, which is Diamond. Now, Diamond is one of our big leadership groups, and that's where you actually get 2 pay raises when you become the position of Diamond, and there's also a good bonus out on the table, which gives people $10,000 when they reach that position of Diamond. And that's on the table for anybody who's a new distributor coming to us this month. They will have 3 full calendar months to get their business to the position of diamond. And they will not only get these numbers of these monthly incomes, but they will also earn a $10,000 bonus. And we do have a lot of those bonus achievers in the room. So if you are a diamond executive, stand up, please. Look at this. Now, we'll see the next level is double diamond. Double diamond moves quite a bit. Look at that number, from 1,900 average income to 6,000. That's a big chunk to get there. And that starts to become very life-changing for people when they start seeing that money go to 6,000 a month. That's a significant growth. So if we have any double diamonds in the room, please stand up. So it's pretty neat to have that, because the next one is another big jump. Look at that number, from 6,000 to 10,000 a month, guys. This is crazy money. We have one triple diamond in the room, and that's Miss Liz Enter. So stand on up. John is really a triple diamond too, but his rank as a distributor, because he signed up with his own distributor number, is a double diamond. So they get a triple diamond and a double diamond pay, because that's the size of their organization. So that's a really serious, life-changing number. And I know for them, it has been life-changing. You know, it's not something that ever was possible for either of you. And that's my story too. When I first started with this, I really just wanted $350 to pay a car payment, because I was going to lose my job. If I really had to pray hard about something, it was that I needed $1,000 a month, because my daughter was going to Christian education, and that would pay for my car payment and my Christian education for my daughter, so that my husband wouldn't have to when I was going to lose my job. And the next jump up is Presidential Diamond, and that's where I am blessed to be. As a distributor, after a year, I made it to that rank, and my husband is a double diamond. You know, but working towards that triple diamond. So as you can see, those numbers are staggering. You know, and I'm just a stay-at-home mom. I have a high school education. I went to Votech to get my hairdressing license. I was a hairdresser for 30 years. You know, every job that I have done or looked to do was so that I could be home with my kids. I remember being a kid thinking of going to Votech. You know, I think I was probably 15 making the decision to go, and thinking, well, if I'm a hairdresser, then when I have kids, I can stay home and cut hair out of my kitchen. And then when I found my old business, which was At Home America with Liz, I thought, well, I just had my littlest one. I said, well, I want to be home more with her. So if I do this part-time, then I could be home more with her, and I could work parties at night. And then, you know, here I am today, being able to be full-time, doing this type of a business. And I'm a class mom. You know, I volunteer at church. I don't miss anything in her life. And I can make that kind of money. You know, it's unfathomable, really. So these numbers, when I came into the business and I looked at those numbers, they were like huge. And I just took it one step at a time. So for those of you that are distributors that just came to us, you know, you start with your first step and you focus on that very next step. You know, this is the staircase and it's beautiful. But just go one little step at a time. And then as you go up a step, just turn back and just take that person that you brought with you and have them go up a step. And then take another step yourself, and then take that next person and bring them up. And as that happens, is how you get all the way to the right side of the chart. You know, better together. And as you can see, this team works so beautifully together. Nobody is by themselves in this team. You know, the leadership here is phenomenal. You won't even know who's on whose team, you know, as far as, you know, groupings. Everybody just works together. And that's truly the best part about this business, because nobody can feel they can't do it. Because they don't have to do it by themselves. They have this awesome team behind them. So the average monthly distributor earnings by rank, I look at it and think that's just not possible. And just as this is the crazy wrap thing, you know, our compensation plan is crazy too, but it's truth. So the next page is just quite simply, what's your choice? You know, when I came to this product, I knew that if it worked, I wanted it. I knew if it worked, I wanted to sell it, because I was looking for a job. I was losing money. I needed money. Some people simply just want to invest in themselves. They're not looking for a job. So I love that we have 2 opportunities here for you tonight. You can either sign up as a loyal customer, and you can earn wholesale prices. You can have free shipping, and you can earn some free products. And you can get, you know, the rest of your treatment in here before your week comes up for your next wrap. Or if you've been struggling and you can use a little extra money, or you know somebody who's struggling and can use a little bit extra money, you can become a distributor, or you can invite that friend here next week when there's another wrap party. and introduce them to It Works Global on this awesome team. So the decision is yours. I just thought that I wanted to pinch myself when I found the wrap because I really thought the product, what it could do, was crazy, and if it worked, that's awesome, and it is an answer to prayer for many women and men. But the business opportunity is the best gift I had to give, and just has helped so many people, and I'm really excited to see where it's going to go. So that's the end of my presentation. What I usually do at this time is, if anybody has these product brochures, here's them, and you want to know something about something I didn't speak about, because we have quite a few products, as you can see. There's over 20 of them. I don't talk about them all because you'd be here all night. But if there's something that you're interested in, you want to know more about, just raise your hand, and then I'll answer that question.
Toner. I've read where you can either spray it on or spray it onto a cotton swab. Is there one way that works better than the other?
No, I like to spray it on because it feels good. There's so much aloe in it, and it's not just a toner. Most toners are filled with alcohol, and they really tighten up the skin, and they dry it, which is not what we're looking to do, especially for our face. So ours is very hydrating, loaded with aloe and all kinds of plant extracts. And when you put it on, it's going to nourish the skin, but most importantly, it's going to pH balance your skin. And again, pH balancing is very, very important because it's going to pH balance your skin so that it's in the best possible position for the next step. So for the next step could be any kind of moisturizers, it could be facials, it could be your regular lotion, whatever the next step is after toning. It's going to make your skin in the best possible place to absorb the nourishment that it's going to get next. But the nice thing about the toner is, if you already have your full face of makeup, you can just spray it right over it, and it's just going to refresh it, especially on those hot, humid, icky days where you just feel icky. Just give it a good little mist spray, and it feels so cool and refreshing and hydrating. It's great for sunburn. Who here is used to sunburn? And its immediate stain is going away, and you do see it heal quickly, as does our defining gel. If you get a really bad sunburn, you rub that defining gel, because of the nourishment and how it nourishes the skin, it heals it. And immediately, we've had people say they've had sun poisoning, and they were on vacation. It was like the first day they got really burnt, and it would have ruined their vacation. They just put the toner and then also use a defining gel in the morning and night, and they were able to go back out into the sun with their sunscreen. Which is one other thing I'm going to talk about quickly about our sunscreen. A lot of people ask me, why does our skincare not have SPF? Because a lot of people want their SPF every day. Well, we have a very natural kind of a product line, and our formulator does not believe that there's any SPF out there that is safe enough to use every day that will not cause cancer. And what we're trying to do by using it is to avoid cancer. So he says that until something comes out that he feels is safe enough to use every day, that we will not put it in our skincare, because we use it every day, sometimes twice a day. The other thing is, if you're out into the sun, obviously use your SPF because you don't want to burn, but not for daily consumption, because as soon as you put something on your skin, it is in your bloodstream in 30 seconds. So think about the chemicals in some of the products that are out there, and how unhealthy that is. So what I love about the integrity of our company is they really research what is really good for your body, what is really good for the environment. All our skincare can go right down the drain. It's not going to hurt the earth. And that's important. And for this company, it's been in business since 2001, so it's been around a while. We're just hearing about it, which is great for us. But they do their research, and they're very careful about what they do to formulate their products. So the skincare line, if you have not had the opportunity to use it, I highly recommend on your order ships for the distributors in the room, just put one a month and then a box of wraps, and start sampling them all. A little bit lasts forever. We have a lot of the old packaging because it lasts forever. Like, I probably use 2 toners a year, and I spray it on people at parties. The cleanser, this is what the new packaging looks like, so that's cuter. I wash my whole body with it, not just my face. And the best part about the cleanser is it takes off eye makeup. It takes off, it's great for your regular makeup, and it's just for your whole body. So instead of having an eye makeup remover, a face wash, and a cleanser for your whole body, I just use this everywhere. And it's great for shaving. Men can use it for shaving. It's great for shaving your legs. And a little bit goes a really long way. You probably do 2 or 3 a year using your whole body. Bless you. Thank you. So I could go on about the skincare too. Any other questions about any products that we have? Some really good items in there.
You had to pick one product that was your favorite.
I hate when people ask me that.
I know. They asked me that.
I know. First of all, I'm going to say, thank goodness I could use it all. I would say the greens. And that's scary because then my face would fall apart if I stopped using my skincare. But I just think that I know my family's going to really live a long, healthy life because of the greens. I just know it, and for my little one was so sick, I remember her kindergarten year, she had the flu twice, even with the flu shot. She had croup really, really bad. That's when she was diagnosed with asthma. And she caught every virus known to man. She was constantly sick. And it wasn't because she was just in school for the first time. She had been going to school and in Sunday school forever. Her immune system was so taxed. And then, of course, the more sick she was, the more medications they gave her, and I didn't really know. I was just killing her immune system. So for me to go from that to every year I go for a physical, and that's the only time I see a doctor. This September will be the 3rd physical. I haven't batted back since last physical. And then she had perfect attendance this year, all because of that little green powder. I could not have that be the one I couldn't give up because I know she's healthy. So to me, that my face would fall off if it had to. But the greens I would never miss. And the green shoes just is such a perfect add-on just to add to the awesomeness of the greens. So, any other questions? All right. Well, I'll be mingling around if you guys want to ask me anything in private. But thank you so much for coming. For those of you that are here as guests, you can go get unwrapped. And then if you want, I'm sure there's a little customer forms you can fill out if you want to become a little customer. And if you're interested in becoming a distributor, we just would love to have you. And I'd like to take the opportunity to say welcome to the family. So, thank you.
Thank you so much to Kim. And also, just so you know, we will continue to have events here at St. Paul's every single Thursday. Most likely in the heritage room in the basement, though. So